Let's go.
Dr. Rosie Milligan, one of the most sought-after speakers on the circuit today. Her live internet talk show, Express Yourself, is the most provocative, thought-provoking, and talked-about radio show on the internet. There's no holds barred, and Dr. Milligan puts the B in bold. She brings it every Tuesday live at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Rosie has been proclaimed the most provocative female writer of the century. Her books include Satisfying the Black Man and Black Woman Sexually Made Simple, Why Black Men Choose White Women, and the book Nigga Please. These books have raised eyebrows across the country. She has authored 21 books and published 350 titles for authors nationwide. Check Dr. Rosie out at drrosie.com for her books, articles, and archives of her internet talk show. Sit at the feet of wisdom. Dr. Milligan is indeed a timekeeper and scorekeeper. She is the clock, calendar, and almanac for Black America. You need to hear her.
Oh, yes. We're here in Southern California. Sunny California. You'll listen to the Express Yourself Hour. I am your host, Dr. Rosie Milligan, coming to you live, folks, with nothing but straight talk, because that's how we do it around here. Up in this house, nothing but straight talk. My co-host is the wonderful, the fabulous. You guys know him, the AI man. He introduced us to artificial intelligence, had people looking for him all over. They say, does Keith really exist? I said, yes, he does. They still have not caught up with him. Well, hope for this year, Keith at Black Writers on Tour, which is going down, you guys. That's Saturday, April 25th at the Carson Event Center. And Keith is going to be all over that place. And I'm going to put the challenge on again. He never changes his voice. So if you hear him, catch him, call me, let me know you got him. And I put money on the table again. This is so much fun. They cannot catch Keith. Keith, do you think they kind of trying to imagine what you look like versus your voice? Why they can't catch you?
I think so. They know they've heard me before, but they just can't place me.
They probably think, is he short? Is he tall? I'm not giving none of that away. You guys listen to the voice, because Keith talk every place he go. He's talking.
Yes.
All you got to do is listen. He'll walk right up on some of you all, because he know who you are, because he's seen you. And you still don't get it. Well, maybe you don't need the money. I don't know. Everybody don't need money. Some people rocking and rolling like that. So what can I say? Well, folks, we have a great show for you today. With one, Keith, I don't plan on sugarcoating.
Okay.
Because I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of what I am seeing. And I'm sure you are too. And a lot of people that I speak with, I'm tired too. But what you going to do about it? You know, people who are tired of stuff, but you're not doing anything about it. You want things to change, but you don't want to put in the work. You don't want to change your behavior, your inappropriate behavior or attitude. It's like folks saying, I think it was Malcolm X said, people crying out for rain, but they don't want the lightning and the thunder. You just want the rain. You want what you want, when you want it, how you want it. Folks, it just doesn't work like that.
No,
there is a price to pay. There is a price. There's a debt that everybody owes, and there's a price that we have to pay to move to the next level. So our talk show today, unapologetically, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. Money didn't save us. We're going to talk about the brutal truth about why Black America still fails Black America. Look, folks, Black America is not poor because we are undereducated. No. We're not lacking in talent. We have plenty of talent. We are not behind because we don't work hard. Some people say, well, they don't have enough education. More of them need to go to school and get degrees. We got more talent than anybody on the face of the planet. We work harder are just as hard as anybody on the face of the planet. So let's remove those. Let's take those things off the table. But guess what? We're behind because we do not operate as one people on one economic agenda. I'm gonna repeat that. Oh, we got it. We rolling when it comes to social justice. We fill the streets with millions of people. And we have millions of people all over the world who will march in the street on our behalf when it comes to so-called economic justice. But Keith, where are those people when we're in the ditch from the economic deprivation? Where are these people willing to help us to march and to cry out against social injustice? What happened? I mean, I'm trying to understand it. Where are the people? No. Black wealth exists because it's isolated.
True.
It exists because of individualized and disconnect from collective black survival. Now, Keith, think about it. Every group that came to the place that they worked toward, they had one common goal, and it was clear, very clear, to that whole ethnicity group as to where they were going. Back in the 60s, no, the 70s, when I worked in the healthcare industry, I worked with many Hispanics, and I watched them, and I had some friends, and they would tell me how they were pulling together. In fact, one said to me one day, California belongs to us, and we have a plan. You may have heard this too. We're going to take it back.
Yeah.
They said that was in 1970.
Yeah.
I heard that conversation.
Yeah.
We are going to increase in numbers. Whether we are able to get our people here from other countries, we're going to multiply here because they understood numbers were important, and they understood language. Folks, you got to understand the importance of language. Speaking the same language. They worked it so that we're going to be needed. Because wherever we are, we're going to push for a legislative act that says that you must have interpreters if you have these many patients. You cannot ask the a staff member, or you cannot talk to them not knowing that they don't understand. So you guys got to hire an interpreter because this is your market now. I don't know if you remember that, Keith, but, at 80 years old, I was in the mix. I saw it. I watched it. I was in the presence when it happened. So we began, the place where I worked, began to bring in
interpreters, yeah.
Spanish speaking. They didn't have to have any nursing background. But every clinical assistant that worked for that center had to have a certificate as being a certified nurse assistant or trained there. But they brought in interpreters to be nurses assistant, Keith.
Yeah.
That had no medical terminology, didn't know anything about medicine, but they brought them in and paid them as a nurse assistant and trained them to interpret. And we could tell there were times when I realized that they were not giving the patient the right information because they didn't understand what we were talking about medically. So, and you could see the confusion. But I'm talking about working a plan. Was that right? Yes. They had an agenda. And now we see the repercussion of that agenda. We used to drive down the streets, Keith, and I know you can remember when we would see the Hispanics. They were on the corner selling oranges, selling flowers.
Yeah.
and black folks would, kind of make little of that.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a plan, Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Now you go down the streets, you see they have catering trucks, they have the business, they have laundromats.
Yeah.
And you see blacks. Somebody's gonna call up here, get mad, but what I'm saying. But I'm telling you what I see from my eyes. Now I see catering trucks all over this city.
Yeah.
But I see black folks mostly
Mm-hmm.
serving their food. They understand that people going to eat. There are a lot of homeless people. People just coming from the market. People just love to eat. That's what they do. When you can't do anything else, when you can't satisfy any other need, eating is one of those things that you do. So I'm looking at come down Western Avenue. I see black folks in vans. I see Hispanics in food trucks.
Right.
I see black Americans in their trucks, in their cars.
Mm-hmm.
No plan.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, I'm not going to apologize for this show today. Because all I'm saying, if we have the money, not all of us, but we have billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
We have billionaires who, if we had an economic agenda, it would make a difference because it's no reason, Keith, for us not to have a black hotel in every city. It's no reason.
Okay,
Look at all the conventions. Look at all the expos. Look at all the events that we hold every year in a hotel in major cities.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can take one of our billionaires could build a hotel if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I'm wrong. Is that right, Keith?
That's true. Yeah.
Wow. Now, when I start talking about, I'm going to name names. I'm not to blaming nobody. I'm not play hating. I'm not jealous. I'm just using this as an analysis. You take Oprah Winfrey.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me preface this. Because when I say this, you hear people say when things happen, they used to always say, well, where's Bill Cosby? Where's Oprah Winfrey? Then I have to say, where are you? Your money counts too. If everybody operated on the level, if I have $1,000 and I give 100, you have 100, and you give 10. If everybody put in their little bit, then it would make a difference. So you can't expect them to solve the whole problem, but I want to do the analysis and say, if there were an economic agenda for Black America, we would not be in the shape we're in. And until we understand that economic disconnect, this next generation, 20 years from now, I don't want to be here to see it. I mean, I'm 80. I'm sure most people don't get 120. But I don't think, Keith, I would want to see 20 years from now. Is what I'm really serious. Because things are not changing. They're not getting better. And they will not until we operate under one. I'm not talking about everybody agreeing on everything, everybody liking each other. I'm not talking about that. No race is set up where everybody get along, everybody agree, everybody like each other. No. But when the fight is over, they get up and march toward the goal that they was trying to reach.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at, we got Oprah Winfrey, a billionaire, a global brand. Yet the average Black family is still one crisis away from financial collapse.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, billionaire status, luxury brand, corporate, wow. Michael Jordan. Ooh, Barack Obama. Oh, my God. They got money, Keith. They got money.
They have.
And kids got money. I understand his daughter has a jet, her own jet. That's what I heard. Now, that may not be true. Somebody told me.
I don't think. I haven't seen that one, but maybe so.
Somebody told me last week she had her own jet. But that's good. I'm glad. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
He got some money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I want somebody to disprove my point that black wealth crisis is because we're isolated, individualized. We don't have a collective survival plan. Everybody got to have their own church. All of them got 10 members. But guess what? I'm going to serve notice. Look at and see what's going to happen in the next 10 years with the black churches. Oh, they're building probably be sold. Or if they have a mortgage, they'll probably lose it. Because this gentrification is moving folks out of Los Angeles and surrounding areas. So who's supporting the black church? Where your money coming from?
Yeah, that's true.
Is it coming from black folks or other folks? So you don't understand that when the money dries up, when the home dries up, when the people dries up in Los Angeles, there goes the black church and the black business.
That is true.
Y'all better listen. Because when the black people have to move out of the community, who are your customers? I want somebody to call up here and tell me right now. I want a black-owned business to call and tell me how many customers that they have that's non-black. I mean, you think they got, Keith?
Not many.
Who you think supporting our business? So when gentrification pushed them away, people do business in close proximity. That's why when other people come here, the Asian, the Filipinos, the nail shops, the hair beauty supply, why are there more in our community than any other community?
That's what it's sent. You know, they're sent to our community on purpose. So.
And one thing they know, that we like to do business in proximity, except all down Manchester, these places, you have beautiful, a boutique, different shop. But they know that, the black folks like to go to the mall. They like to go outside of their community. They like to say, I went to Beverly Hills. I bought this in Comfort City. Folks, they know us, but we don't know ourselves.
They do.
Everybody know everything about us. And that's why when people tell me, like this show right now, somebody's going to say, well, Dr. Milligan, one thing I don't like about you, you get on the air and you air dirty linen. Well, everybody knows your linen is dirty, okay, when it comes to economics. And they already know you. That's why they're in your community. That's why why you think they put all these beauty supply places, all these nail shops, all the things that they put? Why do you think they bring it to the hood? Because they know you. They heard about you before they got here. In fact, they came here because they knew they could make it if they landed in the black community. They know that. So, but we got to have, everybody's got to have their own church because, I got to be the pastor. Now, if everybody's going the same way, serving the same God, y'all can't get along to be in the same church? Do one pastor have to preach every Sunday? If preaching is what you, what you called to do, but is preaching only done in the four walls of the church? Is pastorship and saving people only done in the church? But you got to have one on every corner. Okay, you can get mad if you want to, because I think it's a job for some of them. It's a job. It's a business. It's a good business.
Yeah.
Because it takes care of you. That's how you pay your rent. That's how you send your kids to college. That's how you're able to buy your cars, because the money comes from the church. So it's a business. And people ask me sometimes, why do I think it's so many young black people and blacks want to be ministers? I said, well, the same reason they want to play ball. Same reason they want to be entertainers. Because they grow up seeing these people making money, living good.
Yeah.
So
Why
people
not?
want want to live good too. But it's not all it's conked up to be, because a lot of these ministers, they're barely making it, because some of these churches, they don't have enough to really make you live good. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. But any little bit help if it keeps you off a job. So you go down the street, you see a beauty shop and a barber shop in every 10 blocks. Why? I need my own shop. Can we, what did Rodney King say, Keith? Can we all get along? Mm-hmm. Someone asked that question. Can some of us, can most of us get along? Why you don't own the building? Most of these beauty shops and barber shops, Keith, they're renting. They will go into a building and put in the plumbing, put in the lighting. They will lay that thing out just like they in Beverly Hills. And it's not even their building. Wow. And every one of them say, chair space for rent. Wow. You got 10 chairs to rent out. This one has 4. Mm-hmm. Wow. Keith, can you imagine? Can you imagine if there were one building where the cosmetologists and barbers came together and bought a building, and they all operated out of that building? You know, I said that to one cosmetologist. She thought I had lost my mind. That's not going to work, because people be stealing each other's customers.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's a cultural problem.
I said, well, my God. Yeah. If they're your customers, they're coming to you. And if you're doing the right thing, why do you feel that you're going to lose them? Now, if you got 10 cosmetologists in the same building, your customer come and see you. So why couldn't you be under one roof? Keith, look at these medical buildings. How many doctors is in one medical building?
Ooh, depends. If it's a big one, could be 15 or 20. Yeah.
Are they worried about somebody stealing their customer?
No. They're worried. They're trying to get big enough to where there's more traffic. The more traffic, the more people.
Exactly.
And everybody eats. Yeah.
And they all win, because now if you are internist and you have a cardiologist that's in the same building, that's good for you, because you can refer them next door. Mm-hmm. Same with cosmetology. Here's a barber. Here's someone who does braids. Here's someone. Keith, tell me somebody. Why is it that we can't get that through our skulls? Maybe it's just me. Sometimes I think I'm on the wrong path. I don't know if it's me or it's them. Sometimes I get so confused that I don't know if they're on the right path and I'm on the wrong one.
No, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. You're on the right path. It's an internal problem, and that's something we haven't fixed. You know, it doesn't matter if the outside of the cup is clean if the inside of the cup is dirty.
Wow. You guys, it's time to look at some uncomfortable truth. Mm-hmm. And black folk don't like to do that. Mm-mm. They don't want the pain. Well, you're full of pain. That's all you got is pain. You broke, your kids broke, your parents broke, and you don't want to be uncomfortable. If you're not uncomfortable now, maybe you don't understand the definition of being uncomfortable.
They don't mind being uncomfortable as long as you're uncomfortable.
Wow.
That's what it comes down to. As long as you're uncomfortable, they don't. They as long as you're not above them, they're okay. So.
Wow. Let me give the phone number for those who are trying to get in. That number is 669-444-9171. Again, that number is 669-444-9171. You can go to innerlightradio.com. Folks, it's time for us to wake up.
Yeah.
We're talking about money has not saved us. Education has not saved us. Hard work is not our problem. We're not lacking. We work hard. We've been working hard ever since we got here. Mm-hmm. Religion won't save us. We got more religion than probably anybody on the face of the earth.
Yeah, but it's here to make us feel comfortable, not to solve problems.
We gotta fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And the other real uncomfortable truth is this.
Mm-hmm.
The upper class Black America believed proximity to whiteness
Right, that's the problem.
meant protection. But they found out, sure, you can live in that community because you can afford the house. Oh, yes, you can live in that community. But proximity does not place you in the protection when it comes to whiteness. Somebody better get the illusion is dead.
What is the illusion of inclusion? Yeah.
Yeah, the illusion of inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we come together, there's no other answer. About to get mad. I hate to get mad. God dog it. The only reason that we have not gotten our reparation is because of what I'm talking about today. Because we're going in different directions. 20 different groups trying to figure out. One said we don't need the money. We need them to let us go to their college and get education. We need to be educated free. Somebody said, well, they need to cancel our mortgages. Hell, if you cancel some of them, they'll refinance and pour money out of the equity.
Well, the thing is with reparations, it does if once you get it on paper that they're going to do it, then you can start sussing out the details of things. But you got to get it on the table first.
We won't get it on the table because every organization got a different path that we must take to get there, and the people just sit and laugh at us. So, well, what do you all want? Like they sit back, so what y'all want to be called? You say you're Afro-American, you colored, you Negroes, you black,
FBA, ADOS, and stuff like that. That stuff still goes on. And the thing is,
you people of color, who are you?
Dr. Rosie, you know, when ADOS first gained momentum, okay, you know, we've been in this business so long, we knew what was going to happen even before it happened. We knew it was going to happen. We knew that somebody's going to get upset, and you're going to have one or two other groups come in, and they want front and center. They want to run it instead of getting behind the group that had the momentum. Okay, we're going to divide the people up, and we're going to lose that steam, and that's exactly what happened.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
One agenda. I'm not talking about all black folks need to get along. They need to love each other. Other people love, they hate, they don't get along. But when they get up fighting, they head to that same direction.
Yeah, because white folks know how to, white folks don't, they all don't like each other. But the thing is, if somebody's got momentum, they're going to say, you know what, I don't like this person, but I'm going to get behind this person.
They like conditions.
Yes.
They like conditions.
Yeah.
The condition that they want to be in. The condition that they want to see their children left in. That's what they like. We focus too much on who don't like who don't, who wear this, and my Jesus. They had a big to-do on Facebook just recently about a pastor. You got, hear me clear, wife that wore a dress that looked like it was a see-through. They were all on Facebook clowning and talking about that. I said, now you guys should have more to talk about. But what they didn't realize, Keith, this ain't even in this agenda, but I need to bring it out. What they didn't realize, that was Jamal Bryant's wife that they was doing all of this hoopla on Facebook about. But what they forgot, see, we forget. Jamal Bryant is the pastor who really was behind and initiating, pushing the boycott on Target. Follow me here, okay? So now all you did, you pushed him in the hand of the enemy by getting out here doing all this talk about him, because anytime any one black man can galvanize black folks across this country to follow their leadership, that's threatening. And you got on Facebook and pushed the issue. They pushed it so, Keith, that a Caucasian minister went to his church and was standing outside talking about he was going to hell, his wife is a Jezebel. He paraded about 9 minutes, and black men walked in that church through the hallway where this man outside in the vestibule talking. They walked past him and went on into church. And I'm saying, will a real black man stand up? I said, if I'd have been there, I'd have jumped on his back. He wouldn't have stood up there 9 minutes parading, and they allowed him to do it. But they didn't realize you are helping that if something happened, that who would care? Because you pointed him out. You pointed him out. Black folk got on social media. Well, I'm going to get on off of that. But I'm going to say again, the upper class black America believe proximity to whiteness meant protection. Well, let's go back up. Who was this scholar that went to his own home? I believe it was in Maryland. And the police were called on him because they didn't think he lived. Do you remember that, Keith?
Oh, that was Gates,
wasn't it?
It was Gates. It was in Boston, in Massachusetts. That was Gates. Yes. Yeah.
So what am I saying? Proximity to whiteness does not mean protection.
Yeah, he professor at Harvard. Yeah.
Come on.
It didn't help him.
See, we don't study history, number one, about ourselves, about our history, how we got here, what happened to us. If we cannot hold on to history, you have nothing. We couldn't even remember that. I bet most people don't even remember that thing that have happened, so they can say to their children, well, look, you have to be careful. It doesn't matter what position. You're okay now, but why are we saying this? We having them to believe because you at IBM and you in this position. We got them fooled thinking that they are all right when they are not. The illusion is dead. When black banks collapsed neighborhoods, when policy erased inherited. Wow. When housing laws stripped family property. Rich, black, poor, educated, uneducated, we all get hit the same. And guess what? I'm going to say this, and then I want our callers to jump in. Write this down, you guys, please. Write this down. See, some things I say you need to write down, and this is one of them. There is no VIP section in systemic racism.
No, there is not. Yeah.
That's exactly what I said. There's no seat at the table. There's no VIP section. Yeah, in systemic racism.
No, there is not.
As my dad said, put that in your pipe and smoke it. For all of you sitting out there in the illusion that you are included, you better wake up and you better let your kids know. Okay? Look what they did to Bill Cosby. A man that they loved. But you got too big for your britches. You want to buy a TV station? Do you know what you know what you're doing?
Not station, a network.
Yeah, network. You know what you're doing. You're getting ready to teach and to educate and to show your people. Because, see, if we let you do it, and then everybody else don't want to do it. Folks, we got to talk about some uncomfortable truths today. And I'm going to back it up again. And then I'm going to have Brenda, our callers, to jump in. Money didn't save us. The brutal truth about why black wealth still failed black America. Why education? We got education. Talent? Yeah. Oh, you can't beat us in talent. Now, come on now. We taught you all talent. Hell, y'all learned how to play basketball because we taught you. Y'all out there in the entertainment imitating us, singing like us, dancing like us, because we taught you. So we got locked down when it comes to talent. We got locked down when it comes to education, whether it's within the walls of your university or not. Black folks has much education when we're talking about learning. If not, we invented half of everything that's invented.
Yeah, we have to start showing up for black people instead of for the individual.
It's all about, I'm going to say it again, We're in this shape because of one thing, because we do not operate as one people.
No, we don't.
With one economic, we got a social, economic agenda. We ain't gonna let you gonna hire our people. You gonna let us sit in this restaurant. You gonna give us a loan. Wow. I see L.A. South Chamber. One of their members, somebody's on here. If you're talking about somebody who understand the power of black business, one direction, and ownership. Because, folks, let me say this, and then I want to come to you guys. How do you think? We hear our politicians, well, we need jobs. Our people need jobs. I have never heard them get up and say, our people need money for business. We need to build strong business. We need, the banks need to stop looking at your past when you're doing okay. Now, don't hang me out 10 years ago when I filed bankrupt and doing good now. So, well, you filed bankrupt once. How many times do they file bankrupt and get right back up?
Get right back up. Yeah, that's true.
How, Keith, please tell me somebody. When we're looking at all these black people that's unemployed, how can we expect other people to fill that gap? Shouldn't we be put in position to have employees versus just having a business with an answer machine and we have to leave? Can't nobody even come on, you guys. Don't we have some responsibility to our people?
We do.
What are we doing? What direction? What are we showing our children? To be dependent on somebody else? Okay, I'm going to stop. Brenda's, L.A. South Central Chamber. One of you open your mic and tell us what you think.
Good morning, Dr. Rosie and panel. This is, again, another very interesting conversation. And I think one thing that we all as a people need to understand that isolation is dangerous. Whether you're a man or whether you're a woman in these Americas. Unity is key to our survival. The cases of Bill Cosby and all these other attacks that have happened over the years with our wealthy in the black community, you see that, like you said, it did not save them. What you need to understand is that as you climb the ladder of success here in America, that no matter how rich you are still black in the eyes of the Vanderbilt, these other people that are the power players that we don't see. They see you as black even with all your wealth. So rather than a black millionaire or a billionaire trying to fit into the white world, what they need to understand is that they should try to build their community, not on their backs alone, but to be in, like you said, Dr. Rosie, in proximity to their own people. That way you're not going to be put in a position of whether you're a rapist or whatever they'll do to bring you down as a millionaire or a billionaire. If you climb the corporate ladder or success and do it within your community instead of always trying to take your wealth outside of the community. Because look at Greenwood. Greenwood had all of the education, had all of the prosperity, and they thrived. They were in proximity to each other to the point where white people became so enraged with it and jealous. What did they do? They destroyed it. But still, if we could do that, bring our wealth in proximity with each other, we'll still have strength and we'll also have protection. So I think that's what we need to do as a people. And I think that it can start getting this message out in the churches. And don't misunderstand me. I'm not coming against the churches. I'm just saying that that's the place where the gathering is. That's the place where information can be out given to the people. So it needs to start there to reach the people with this message.
I agree with you, Brenda. I mentioned once at a Baptist conference, I said that every black church should have a business directory. Well, we're not here for that. I said, there are members. It could increase your tithe.
It
Because
would.
these members sitting in your church, you have attorneys in your church, you have
Mm-hmm.
physicians, you
Mm-hmm.
have cosmetologists, you have business owners in your church,
Yeah.
and you have a mega church, and you have members don't even know they exist. House.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna be nice. Let me
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
come on, Rosie. Come on, come back down, come back down. Sometime I have to talk to myself.
And the business should, should pay for advertising within the church. Okay.
If
It's
they
high.
had a directory, I'm
If we
sure
had
they
direction,
would.
yeah, you should, everybody should have a pool of money and advertise within the church. The church should have a website, should have a Facebook, should have all the other kind of stuff everybody else has. Okay.
Keith,
Can I chime in here, Dr. Rosie?
Yeah, jump in.
yes,
This is Dexter McLeod, LA South Chamber of Commerce. Thank you all for inviting me, and
thank
thank
you.
you for having this platform. We built our chamber. We're
Mhm.
in our 10th year, celebrating our 10th year anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
based on the Kwanzaa principles, based on the principles of collaboration and
Mm-hmm.
cooperative economics. And we have a good community that we built so far. The goal is we have to continue to support each other. We have to practice collaboration. We have to share our resources, not just financial resources, but our information, our knowledge, our expertise, our skill sets, and that's what we do good in our organization. So we are always open to collaborate. We're always open for practicing cooperative economics. We're self-sustainable. We don't rely on government funding. We don't rely on big corporate money. We are self-sustainable and self-funded. And we have our own publications because we have to just learning to standing on the shoulders of, different organizations from the past. This year it's the 60th anniversary of the Black Panther Party. This is their 60th anniversary. And, the negative stuff that went out there in the press and the media and the government shutting them down, but they were a positive organization. They
That's
were
right.
doing the things. They were doing good things. They were being the Nation of Islam, doing self-sustainability. And there's Marcus Garvey movie. We could go on and on in the history. And those are the things that we have to continue to do to build our communities up and put our pride and our egos, leave that at the door. Don't get caught up in titles. Don't get caught up in my organization versus your organization. Let's come to the table. And that's why, I want to just have an open invitation. And I'm here and I'm available to support and get involved and do what we need to do so we can make this happen in our community ongoing. And that's how we're going to sustain, and that's how we're going to build, and that's how we're going to grow and survive. Thank you.
Dexter, thank you so much. Really appreciate you. You're really doing it. I mean, you have a dedicated group, and you guys are doing what needs to be done. The Lord's here, so I'm glad to see that you're joining us today. And Dexter, as you said it so clear, it's one direction that we're going to have to push. We got all these groups, and I think we're going to have to step up and say, you know what? Somebody got to say you got to stop him. I mean, I have enough roles to play. I can't be every place, but I'm sick of all of this. I'm sick of 20 different reparation organizations. Well, let's study this. Hell, it ain't nothing to study. You know what you did to us. You know what happened. I mean, if anybody get reparation, California should have been the first one. So that's why the CIA planted, and it was proven, planted the drugs and disrupt Los Angeles. That should have been the first, no question about it. If you didn't give it to anybody, you should have, L.A. should have gotten the money. Grandmothers had to take care of their kids because you would not give them money, but you would pay a group home, somebody else, to take care of their kid, but you wouldn't give grandma money. It's just been recent years that a grandmother could get money for raising her grandkids if the parent went to prison. So you all need to back up, and somebody going to have to call them out, Dex, and say, okay, let all of these come together, and let's put our agenda, and let's fight for that. We be the next 10 years talking about let's study and what happened. This one Oprah shouldn't get money because she got some. Well, this one born in Jamaica, they should. I mean, all this crazy. People going home laughing at us. So it's just time to be bold, provocative, and stand up and speak, and that's what I'm willing to do. Because you know what? I fight hard, you guys, for black folks. You know why? People tell me, if you didn't do all this, you could get more money for your organization. Take black out of it. Don't do black writers to say, well, I'm not taking black out of nothing. I'm not taking my black back. I'm going to stand on the fact that one day somebody going to get your picture and understand that they need to support more of what I do. It is important, you guys, for us to be on our own agenda and to help and push in the same direction. Because I'm going to say again, y'all write this down, there's no VIP section in systemic racism. So don't you get it twisted. Now, the real enemy that no one wants to name is separation. Let me explain something to you all. Dexter, just Saturday, Bishop Turner, who sponsored the Community Day, who's been doing this for 36 years, I know personally, and I personally went to churches, neighborhood churches, in walking distance and around, gave them an invitation, asked them for, it's a multi-faith prayer breakfast. Now, this is the first I've seen, the one that he's doing, where you had Buddhism, you had Scientology, you had Muslim, you had Church of God in Christ. These are people, they came, they were there. Where were the black ministers right in the neighborhood? I took the letter to them, told them it's food giveaway, clothing giveaway, financial classes, due for kids. You think they came? No. You think they invited their people? No, because I guess they think if they member come down, they may try to join. I don't know what is going on. Something have to change. Next, I sent a letter, I put a piece, and I'll send it to you. I said, what if the black minister had a network that was truly a network? What if there was a mother in your church, a widow, husband passed, and she can no longer afford the home she's living in, and she got a foreclosure notice? But what if there's a member in this church who was about to be evicted because she couldn't pay this high rent in LA? And what if we had a networking board that could post the needs of people in our church? This person need a place to rent. This person's family need clothes. And all we had to do was go to that network and fulfill that need. That this woman who's about to be evicted could rent a room from this sister over here who's in foreclosure. Folks, fixing our problem is not hard. It's a mindset. It's the separatism. It's I got to have my own. My church is bigger than yours. My school. It's no reason that we should not have a hotel in every major city with all the events. And Dexter, you know, we've been talking about this for years. People have talked about that. Why
Amen.
we don't even have a market. All one minister have to do is get up on that pulpit and say, I want all of you all to go to SBQ market. They would all go. They do what they.
Amen.
Here they sit with the power in their hand. That's why some people say, you shouldn't say that, you bash. I'm not bashing ministers. I'm calling them out. And if that's bashing you, you can call it whatever you want to. It doesn't make
Well,
sense.
Dr. Rosie, I just talked to the sororities, and again, I don't have nothing bashing sororities or fraternities, not trying to get on their bad side at all. But I have members that's part of sororities and fraternities, and they go to their national conferences. They had a regional conference. One of them had a regional conference here in LA, and this is just a fact. And it's a fact. They had originally invited us to participate to talk about, our community, South Los Angeles, because these were sorority sisters coming from around the country.
Mm-hmm.
And so they invited us to be an exhibitor, to give out information about where to go, where to eat, where to shop, and all that. And the city of Anaheim shut it down. They told them that we couldn't come because they're bringing their Anaheim, because they did the event in Anaheim in Orange County. So they said they're having their own chamber there, and they didn't want us there. And I got on the sororities for bowing down to them. Like, why would y'all, even as much money as y'all spending there, y'all should have a voice to say, well, we're going to have them there anyway, just to be an asset, just to be another perspective of representing Los Angeles, not just Orange County. And so, big the sororities, fraternities. I'm not just picking on them. There's other organizations out there that spends a lot of money on these conventions and annual dinners and things like that. Could you imagine if we they spent over $50 million for that one weekend. Could you imagine if we would have got just 5% or 10% of that recycled in our community? What a difference that would have made to our small businesses in our community? 5 to 10% of $50 million that was circulated over a weekend.
And you can spend that kind of money and have no voice?
That part.
You know what? That would have been the time to say, okay, then all they had to say, well, we'll cancel, and we're going to hit Facebook. We have power that we won't even use. That made no sense at all.
If you're a fraternity or sorority, if you're a Divine Nine with all the power that you have, okay, especially in politics, okay, stop letting it be a local thing. Make it a national thing, okay? Every Divine Nine organization in the country should have known about that.
That's right.
And weighed in, okay?
That's right.
You got people in Washington D.C. Hell, you had your vice president was the Divine Nine. Okay, how come you could have contacted her? She could have just tweeted something. You didn't have to say a whole lot. Just tweet something. Okay.
That's right.
But then we're going to have to stop. We're going to have to stop being so closed in. Okay. I know that people don't want to. I know why people don't want to do it is because you don't want to have a target on your back, okay? Because, if you say something and it gets out and it goes viral, you spread, you're going to have a target on your back. We're going to have to stop being so fearful and keeping our heads down, okay? You have all this information, you got all these networks, but you don't use them, okay? If Orange County did something to the Divine Nine, as big and powerful as that network is, with all the professionals and stuff like that going on.
You said something that you think that they may not think. You say it's powerful. And they don't see themselves as powerful. They see themselves as meeting and eating and grouping, socializing. I'm tired of meeting and eating organizations. Now, this right here could have done a whole lot for the nation, Dexter.
Yeah.
This would have been as powerful as the boycott on Target. Did you hear me?
It also sends a message out to the next person, okay?
Wow. What a missed opportunity that still need to be brought up.
The thing is,
I brought it up to the local chapters that was hosted, and they were upset. They were very upset. So they're talking to the leadership because like I said, that has positions in these organizations, they were upset about it. So it wasn't like they were saying, just ignored it. No, they were very upset. But again, it got to come from the leadership.
You got to make them pay. They need to pay.
If nothing else, it doesn't take much for the leadership to put out a presser or put out a tweet or put out something and get all these people together, okay?
They still should do it.
They still should do it.
Get away with that.
What is it? A closed mouth don't get fed?
Wow. Folks, look, I'm going to still say the real enemy is the one that we don't want to name. It's separation. We compete with each other while other groups consolidate.
Yes.
Now, every now and then when I say something, y'all need to write it down. We compete with each other while other groups consolidate. Other communities pool money, protect assets. When they're in trouble, one may form a corporation and let others buy into the business. We'll go out of business instead of opening it up. Instead of saying, well, let me sell some shares. I watched when, what was this, Marla Gibbs Theater. You guys may remember when she was in trouble. We bailed her out. We took her money 2 or 3 times. The last time it came down, people did not step in. And I kept saying, sell some shares.
Yeah.
People not going to keep just giving you money to keep your business open. Sell some shares and it can get bigger. But that did not happen. Y'all follow what I'm saying?
Right.
These big corporations, these hotels, they're not owned by one person. These are corporations where people put their money in to win. They protect their assets. What's the name of this black insurance company we had right there on Adam? Somebody name it. You know what I'm talking about. Went out of business about 10 years ago.
Okay.
We go out by night silently. Don't tell nobody when we could have been rescued. That black insurance company been in business for hundreds of years. Silently went out of business. The NAACP, that building they had over there near Crenshaw, lost that building. That's how come the community didn't know they were losing that building.
Exactly. They don't say nothing. Yeah. They don't say anything.
I sure did ask them about it when they, and it was a outdoor. I don't even know who's there now, but an outdoor sports company came in and took it over.
Yeah.
But we didn't know nothing about it until they shut it down. We didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And when the cracks were already there, you know, what, 1, 2, 3 years even before that?
So I'm saying again, they pool their money together. They protect their assets. Oh, no, you're not going to lose this. We'll just come in. We'll buy it. We'll partnership with you. But we tend to rather lose it than to let the lawyers come in and get 50% of it. We tend to lose houses that we could have told our relatives, well, I don't want them to buy it. I'd rather they buy it on the market. I had a group told me that their parent died and one of the sisters want to buy the house now because they have to sell it because everybody wants their money out. But guess what? No, we ain't going to let you buy it. Have you heard anything any stupider than that? We don't want you to buy it. Now, the money is going to be the same, but you don't want your sister to buy the house that have to be sold on the market. They vote together. Here's how we're going to vote. I'm voting over here and I'm voting over yonder. We can't even, if we could just come together with block vote, it would make a difference. They build together. All these apartments, you guys, that you see going up on Crenshaw and all over this city, do you think it's owned by one person? One person who owned this building, Dexter, at 5144 South Crenshaw, where 550 square foot one bedroom and rent for $2,400 a month, supposed to be affordable income. This man owned 10 of these buildings that have gone up in Los Angeles. You think he did it by himself? No, it is a group. So Black America, we flex separately. We struggle privately. I ain't going to tell nobody. I don't want nobody to know. They going to know when they lock your door. They going to know when they foreclose on you. They going to know when they set your furniture out of that house. What is all of this about? We fail silently. We need to stop it. When you're in pain, in a book I wrote called Motivation Quotation, How Come? I have a statement there the Lord had said, holler when you need help, because folks can't see you at the bottom of the pool. Holler when you need help. Folks can't see you at the bottom of the pool. Folks, it's time for us to move. We don't have a long time. We really don't. Time is of essence for us. So we got to understand that we got to move together. And we're going to have to call out people who are not doing it. We got to call out our own people. Well, I ain't going to do this, honey. I'm going to let God get them. I'm like Pilate Terry. No, I'm going to get you. That's what we got to say. I'm going to get you. Because if I don't get you, my children and my grandchildren will suffer. If I don't get you, our whole race will sink. If I don't get you. So we need to make this a personal thing. We need to say what I am going to do. So for those who are listening, I want you to commit yourself to become a committer one. And decide what you are going to do to help move this ship further along, because we're sinking. And we're sinking by choice because we don't have to go out like this. To me, you guys, I don't know. I don't think it's a hard problem to fix. Dexter, is it hard? Dolores, is it hard? It just said there's nothing too hard for God and there's nothing too hard for us.
It's hard, but you have to do the work. Okay, it's not impossible.
But
You know,
life is hard anyway for
life is
black
hard
people
anyway.
in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
country. So why
yeah.
don't you do it hard and succeed? I'd rather succeed doing it hard than to be broke
Yeah,
doing it hard.
black people make it impossible. That's what happens. It's already hard, but they try to make it impossible. Like we
But you
can't do
say
it.
they try, but they cannot.
Yeah.
Okay? If I had been a scary woman, there's no way
Oh, that's
I
true.
would have been in business today. You got to stand up because one day, see, this class illusion got to be over. But one day, is the minister say when as I come to a close. One day, your children are going to ask you, Grandma, Grandpa, what happened?
Hmm.
What will your answer be? Will you be able to tell them what happened, but would you be able to have it on record, not just talk? My kids, my grandkids would have on record. They would see in newspaper, they would see in articles I've written, they would see that I tried to help. What will your children see?
Mm.
What would they know? They would say, my grandma tried to help people come out of the ditch. She held a conference for writers and business. She stayed in the black community with her business. Folks, when you leave this earth, Brenda, Dolores, Dexter, what will your record show? Not your talk. What will your record say?
Yeah. This whole world's getting ready to be remade, and we gotta, we can't, we can't fall behind. Okay, it's going to get this year. The next 5 years is going to get remade. You'll have a new world, so we have to get out there and take advantage of it. We're going to have to stop being scared and stop being quiet and stop keeping our heads down. We've got to get to work. Okay.
So as I close, I'm going to say, in the voice of Jane Pittman, what did you do when you were here?
Mm-hmm.
What did you see? What did you hear? Did you try to stop it? Did you speak up? Or did you sit on the sideline and talked about what should happen? Did you sit at the wishing well, wishing somebody else would do it?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? What you gonna do? Have a good day, everybody.
God bless you. Thank you. God bless.
Bless you.